Welcome to the Elizabeth Duff Transit Center at WeGo Central. In 2022, our MTA Board and the Metropolitan Council of Nashville and Davidson County formally named and rededicated this facility, which is the heart of Nashville's public transportation system, in honor of Elizabeth Duff, and we're here today to dedicate a mural that further celebrates Elizabeth's legacy. My name is Steve Bland. I'm the CEO of WeGo Public Transit, and you'll hear from a few other folks today, and then we'll actually have the opportunity to go celebrate this new mural. Elizabeth Duff was born and raised in Nashville and broke both gender and color barriers by becoming the first female and first African-American female bus operator in Nashville. She was hired by the Metropolitan Transit Authority back in April of 1974. And she was a trailblazer for other women in the city, proving that a woman could drive a city bus, and her hire led to 3 more female operators being hired soon thereafter, and women certainly make up a growing percentage of our workforce even today. In 2004, she was named Urban Driver of the Year by the Tennessee Public Transportation Association in recognition of her attendance record, her cooperation, her courtesy, and her safety record. And she retired from the Nashville MTA in 2007 after 33 years of service, which is pretty incredible when you think about it. Naming this facility after such a trailblazer was important, not just because of Elizabeth's remarkable accomplishments and career, but it's also symbolic of the hard work that all WeGo Public Transit employees put in every day to deliver service to thousands of Nashvillians. So as much as anything, the naming of this Center for Elizabeth is a celebration of our 850 employees. And if she's not here yet, I know she's on her way, I'd like to recognize Tracy Ward, who's the president of Amalgamated Transit Union Local 1235, who represents our unionized workforce. Elizabeth passed on February 13, 2021, at the age of 72, but her legacy lives on, not only with her name on the building and the path that she cleared for hundreds of our employees who followed, but in the fact that the Duff family is really a WeGo public transit family. 3 generations of Duffs have driven buses for Nashvillians. Elizabeth, who started her career in 1974, her son Seneca, who was hired in 2005, and now her grandson, Emmanuel Smith, who just came on board this year. So to get us started, I'd like to introduce the man who knew Elizabeth best, and I'm certain has a story or two to share, Mr. Harry Duff, Elizabeth's husband. Harry, we welcome you to the podium.
Well, good morning. I guess it's still morning, and it's good to be here on such an occasion. And I like to take the time to thank WeGo and Kia Lewis that worked so hard to see that this thing went through okay, and WeGo officials that had good thinking to think of thinking about employees and doing this thing for Elizabeth. And I just like to take you back to the beginning. Elizabeth wasn't just a bus driver. She was a mother. She had 3 kids. But when she first started, she just had 2. After she started MTA, we acquired another son, our youngest son. And I remember that day when she was telling me about the pregnancy and what I thought. All I could do was look up in the air and think back about all the diapers and baby bottles that I had to wash and clean, and getting baby bottles in the middle of the night, changing diapers. And she said, well, what do you think? And I was just lost in that thought. And And finally I said, well, I have to deal with it because it's done, it's done. And she just laughed and just walked off. But at the time, she didn't have maternity leave, and that's something we had to work through. It was hard, but we worked through it. And then after a while, they got maternity leave for the drivers, the women drivers to come after her, which was a good thing. But like I say, she was a mother before she was a driver. And I didn't miss any meals because of the time that she was working. Sometimes she worked at night. And the thing about Liz, she was really a strong person. And she was dedicated to what she was doing. And when her father was got sick, we had to bring him in to our home to take care of him. So she had triple duty. She had to work on the job, and she had homework to do. She had a family to take care of. I didn't miss any meals or anything, but everybody had something to do. And I remember the church, they used to ask me, say, Harry, what do you do at home? And I'd always tell them, I do what I'm told. and that, no truth, because she was always in charge. That was her house, and she was in charge, and we had to do what she said do, and to make things work. And my kids knew their place in the home and what they had to do with helping their grandfather and even me at times. So, but she was a strong person, and she liked movies, and she liked going places. You know, she liked doing things on everything. She even sometimes would go fishing with me. She wouldn't go hunting, but she bought a lot of my hunting equipment, even though she never went. But she was a person that she liked to have fun, as well as at church. She sang at church and had a pretty good voice. But her main activity was driving the bus. She always liked to drive, and she liked to drive a car. But when she said something big like a bus, and she finally got a chance to drive an 18-wheeler. That was one of her other dreams to do. And my son had one, my oldest son, he had an 18-wheeler that she got to drive. So she got to fulfill some of the dreams that she wanted. And but she was a happy person, and I miss her today. And I miss some of those years that we had, because we did everything together. We went on trips, but it's just something, after 56 years, you're being with somebody that you just can't forget them. And I like to thank all the women that had something to do with this, because like Elizabeth, they do double duty too, at home and coming here to work. And I think all those women that got children at home and work, they are our wonder women of today, because they do double duty and triple duty. So, man, all you men out there, if you got a wife, you need to thank God for her, and show her that you appreciate her, because she deserves it. She does double duty, and you don't understand what she has to worry with, worrying about you. If you got kids, worrying about the kids, worrying about how the house is going to function, worrying about even those things when the air conditioning goes out, who's going to get it done. All those little things that women go through that some men don't think about. And we need to give a little more praise to our women. And I thank God for Elizabeth and my daughter and my other daughters and my granddaughters, because I have quite a few of them. I think about them and where they're going to go, but I don't worry about that, because they got something to go by. They got Elizabeth Duff to look up to, and she's a pattern for their lives that's coming up. So they can look at Elizabeth's life and pattern their lives after that and know which route to take. But anything you need or you want, you got to work for. And that's one thing she left that impression with my son and daughter, that you got to work for what you want. And I thank y'all for listening to me and hope I didn't bore you too much. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Harry. It has definitely been a pleasure to work with the Duff family. My name is Kia Lewis, and I am the project manager of this project with WeGo Public Transit Agency. If you remember, in early November, we did a dedication to Elizabeth Duff with the renaming of the building on the exterior facade. This is actually the second phase, which is the mural, the dedication and unveiling of the mural. But then also we have a third phase of the project, which will be basically the redesign of the entryways of the facility itself. It has basically been a pleasure for me to work with Creative Girls Rock on this project. And I believe that Creative Girls Rock have embodied the spirit of Elizabeth Duff in that they cater to, they promote girls and women. And one of the things I learned from Mr. Duff and the Duff family as we had many discussions about Elizabeth is that her mother instilled in her that she could do anything she wanted to do if she put her mind to that. And I see that same thing embodied in Creative Girls Rock. So without any further delay, I would like to introduce the president, I guess she's the founder, and the executive president of Creative Girls Rock, which is Charmin Bates.
Kia, don't go away too far. I have a special present for you. Here you go. On three, can we say 1, 2, on Creative Girls Rock? 1, 2, 3. One more time. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. Good morning, everyone. I am Charmin Bates, the founder and CEO of Creative Girls Rock. I am honored to be here today. I want to thank the WeGo family and the board of directors and the Duff family for allowing us to have this opportunity. And special thank you to Kia. Kia provided everything we needed to set us up for success. And if you know anything about Kia, she's big on time management. So I wrote down my remarks to say within my 2 minutes, all right? All right. So here at Creative Girls Rock, we are dedicated to empowering young women through arts. And this project is a testament to what can be achieved when we come together with a shared vision. Today, we celebrate not only the beauty of this mural, but also the remarkable talent and leadership that brought it to life. Years ago, Elizabeth Duff was criticized for sitting at the front of the bus, but that did not stop her. She broke barriers and set a powerful example for women in our city, and her legacy of courage and determination paved the way for so many. And it's fitting that this center, which bears her name, also bears a mural that will inspire all who passes it. I want to especially thank Alicia, our lead mural artist, who is on her way. Her plane just landed, and so she's like flying, I'm sure, down Highway 40. But especially Alicia and our young artist. Kamara, can you mind coming up here to the podium? Is it okay? Come on up here. Kamara is a senior at, remind me again? Maplewood, yes, I wanted to say that. At Maplewood, yes. And thank you. She also did all the portraits on the mural, this senior at Maplewood. So all the faces that you will see on this picture here or when you go over there, Kamara did this, and we are so honored to have you. And so she is a testament of some of the leadership examples that we have and the mentoring opportunities that we provide at Creative Girls Rock, teaching young girls and women how to do a mural on a smaller scale, teaching them the mediums of acrylic painting versus spray painting and all the different materials we need to put a mural together. So thank you, Kamara. She's shy. So yeah, thank you for your leadership. And as I mentioned, Alicia just being a role model in this community. And Just as Elizabeth Duff paved the way in her field, Creative Girls Rock is doing the same in arts, showing that with a passion and perseverance, we all can have a lasting impact. Thank you all for having me today, and I have something for the family as well, and I'll give that over to you. Thank you all.
Good morning. Oh, I'm so glad to be here today. I'm so glad to be here with you, Duff family. It's been my joy over the past couple of years to get to know each of you, and even though I get the twin brothers still mixed up, it's okay, I'm gonna figure it out, but it's a love thing, right? So I just wanna say I'm so happy to be here, and I'm so glad to continue to live in the legacy of your wife and your mother and your grandmother, Elizabeth Duff. What an honor for this city to be able, what an honor for these young people to live in her legacy in this space. Happy for that. And Sharman Bates, let me just take just a little moment to talk about Sharman. I've known Sharman for quite a while. She worked at Vanderbilt when I was there. And I watched her grow, and I've watched her grow a dream. And Mr. Duff, you talked about you gotta work hard for what you want. She had this dream. I don't know, Sharman, maybe 8, 10 years ago, you told me about this dream. And you worked it, and you believed in it. And what you believed in even more is about girls and how art and creativity can help them get to their dreams. When I see beautiful Kamara come up and talk about the portraits and know that we're going to go over there and look at that, I am so proud of you. I am so proud that Sharman's vision and her hard work led you to be able to be in this space with us today. And you, too, are a leader in growing legacy of girls and women in Nashville, and I thank you for that. And I get to do something else super cool. I get so many good benefits of being on this amazing board, and I see one of my fellow board members in the back, Ron Thompson. I don't know, Janet Miller is here, and any of our other board members. I just want to say thank you all very much for all the work that you do. But I used to have a board member that sat next to me, and now he's our mayor. He's my mayor. He's your mayor. He's our mayor. He is a mayor for Nashville. He is a mayor for Middle Tennessee. He is a mayor for all because he cares so deeply about people and about humanity. And he's an empathetic leader, and he cares deeply. And to be here in this space when probably could be doing a lot of other things, but he's here to celebrate the legacy of Nashville and to celebrate legacies of heroes in our city. It's my honor and my pleasure, and I'm just grateful I can introduce my former MTA board member and our mayor, Mayor Freddie O'Connell.
So when you're lucky enough to have mentors like Gail for years, you learn a lot. And so one of the things you learn is which moments matter. And what a great day to be at the Elizabeth Duff Transit Center at WeGo Central. Thank you, Gail, for the thoughtful introduction here, and to you and Steve for your leadership of WeGo Public Transit. WeGo used to be known as the Metropolitan Transit Authority, and Nashville MTA was only a year old when Elizabeth Duff walked into the driver's seat and into history. The year was 1974, and at age 24, she became the first woman to work as a bus operator in Nashville. MTA, as you heard from Steve, hired 3 more women shortly after that, convinced, of course, that women could drive a bus. Now, Elizabeth drove for 33 years until her retirement in 2007. Her career spanned the first 6 mayors of the consolidated government of Metro Nashville. And now her legacy drives on from this location into the future without terminus, and it is remarkable that 3 generations of the Duff family have served this city through transit. And as we think about the next stop, we think about opportunity, mobility, dignity, and with Sharman's help and so many others, beauty. For the riders who pass through here on the transit center that bears the Duff family name, on their way to work or play, they will know that name in perpetuity. So I want to thank the members of the Duff family who are here with us today. Harry, it's great to see you again, and thank you for your words this morning. But that generational impact on the city is so remarkable. Elizabeth's son, Seneca, and her grandson, Emmanuel, carrying that legacy forward. And it has taken public leadership, not only to create this facility, but to ensure that we have support for public arts. And I want to thank those who are with us here today. I know Vice Mayor Angie Henderson is here, Councilmember Jacob Coupin, who represents District 19, where we're sitting and standing today. We have some of our state delegation here. State Representative John Ray Clement and Bo Mitchell are both here, as well as Victoria McCoy from Congressman Green's office. Would you all help me celebrate the public leaders who have helped make all this possible? And of course, special thanks to the team at Creative Girls Rock. They most certainly do. Since launching their mural program in 2021, Creative Girls Rock has completed 13 high visibility murals across Nashville that serve as enduring symbols of collaboration, belonging, and empowerment. More than 160 women have participated in the program founded by Sherman. You'll find Creative Girls Rock murals at McKissick Middle School, John Early Middle School, Slim and Huskies, Napier Elementary School, Jones Paideia Elementary School, Purpose Prep Academy, and the Healing Trust Foundation, plus 5 mobile murals that were displayed at Tennessee State University, Napier, and the Board Downtown and Madison branches at the Nashville Public Library. Not only do they rock, they work hard. That's right. And this is, to me, one of the best parts of some of the growth we've experienced over the past 2 decades. It's been the explosion of the street art movement here in Nashville. Murals are all over this city: East Nashville, Jefferson Street, 12 South, the Gulch, Melrose, Hillsborough Village, Donaldson, Germantown, the Nations, Green Hills, Sylvan Park, Wedgwood, Houston, West End, and certainly here in downtown Nashville. And importantly, with today's event, just a few weeks ago, WeGo was celebrating with us the ribbon cutting at the Rip Patton North Nashville Transit Center, where Kia and the entire WeGo team made sure that art was incorporated into the design of that facility as well. And these are just examples of how art can lift up neighborhoods and make them more memorable. It elevates the voices of residents and artists who literally leave their mark on the city. And often they carry important messages for their time and place, as the mural we're about to see does. So please don't focus on the podium today. If you are gathered in this space, stick with us for a few more minutes and walk across the terminal, because that's where the magic happens. I can't think of a better message for this time and this place than leveraging the story of Music City's rich heritage and diverse communities to celebrate our differences as strengths, to inspire the riders who come through here, the operators who serve them, and to empower young girls and women through creative art. And this is also a time to think about the future, about how we invest in better transportation options that emanate not just from this center, but those like Rip Patton and Green Hills through our Choose How You Move program. It will be in front of all of us as voters November 5th, with early voting starting October 16th. This is a time when we can tap into a historic federal funding opportunity if we can show our federal partners that we're serious. Of the top 50 metropolitan areas in the United States, we're one of only 4 that doesn't have dedicated funding for transit. And in my lifetime, there's never been an opportunity as extraordinary as the bipartisan infrastructure law. But that opportunity has a clock ticking, and we need to meet the moment. It's also an opportunity to rally around a program that helps everyone in our community, no matter where they live, what they earn, or how they choose moving around the city. Choose How You Move connects people to the city and each other, whether they're walking, rolling, biking, taking transit, or driving. It's something that we should all be able to get behind because it helps everyone. And it's been a great couple of weeks as we've seen early signs of that future. Rip Patton Transit Center connecting 7 bus routes to a new location at 26th Avenue and Clarksville Pike. The Biden-Harris administration announced a $4.7 million grant to upgrade and expand our network of publicly available electric vehicle charging stations and infrastructure. And importantly for Steve and his team and Gail and the board, Nashville bus ridership has now surpassed its pre-pandemic levels for the quarter ending June 30th. That WeGo just announced that last week. And in an exciting way, some of you may have seen T-Rack walking around WeGo Central today. We just learned that bus rides throughout the entire WeGo network will be fare-free on Titans home game days, whether you're going to the stadium or not, thanks to a new partnership between the Titans and WeGo. All rides on WeGo from anywhere in the city to any destination will be free when the Titans are playing at home. So thank you to the Titans for that incredible opportunity. So we want to keep that momentum going, so make sure you're registered to vote and show up with us on November 5th. Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you, Mayor O'Connell. Kia, great job today. Thank you, thank you. I think I'm supposed to tell people what to do next to go. So we go see this beautiful art, but before I go, today reminds me of a quote that I live with every day. And it was a quote my late husband used to always say, and he would say, I can't always do what I want to do, but I can always do what I can do. I have felt the presence of so much. I'm doing what I can do, and look at the difference it is making. And I am so grateful to say that in about 30 seconds, we all gonna get up and we're gonna walk over and see this beautiful mural. And I'm just so excited for us to celebrate the legacy of Elizabeth Duff and the legacy of love in Nashville. And Creative Girls Rock, you do rock. So excited for it all. So Kia, if you can just sort of lead us to, and that closes this program.
This has been a service of the Metro Nashville Network. If you would like to see this presentation again, or for more information on this and other programs, visit nashville.gov.